Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rama. Welcome back to another episode of the Washington Commanders franchise here on Madden NFL 24, where our Washington Commanders are on the road to face the New York Giants, the 6-6 Giants, a team that we've already faced once this season. Back in Week 3 at FedEx Field, it was the Giants who were victorious 31-24. And we've been playing some better football other than facing the Cowboys. So we'll see how the second matchup goes between these two teams, with both of our teams looking to fight for one of those wild card spots. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. As hope you had a great holiday, great Christmas. You guys will be watching this on Tuesday, so hope everything went well for you. But let's get into our action, as it'll be the Commanders starting off with the football Week 14 here in the NFL. And we are underway. Dax Milne this time at back to kick return. He will get the duties this week. He races right side, gets out to the 25, and we'll see Kirk Cousins in this Commanders offense. As long as he keeps the turnovers down, he's played great, but the only problem is he's thrown 16 interceptions this season to 17 touchdowns. Just got to take care of the football. He'll come out first play with the RPO outside to Jahan Dotson, who gets good blocks outside and springs him for a quick gain of 17 on the very first play. Next play at their own 42, a dump off for Singletary. He's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Good rally to the football. Bobby Okereke led the way there for a loss of 4. They'll say it was a run. Next play, Cousins back to the air, fires across the middle, tried to find Mo Alley-Cox, but he couldn't make the one-handed catch. Cousins led him a little too far. It's now 3rd and 14 for the Commanders. Cousins is hit as he throws, and he is incomplete, trying to find McLaurin. And the Commanders' first drive will end in a punt. That'll bring out Daniel Jones in this Giants offense. And, well, Daniel Jones this year has been putting up very Daniel Jones numbers. 2,100 yards, 16 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. Still puzzled as to why the Giants signed him to that massive extension a few years ago. First play, he's off the mark. He tried to fire that one across the middle, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10, back to the air again goes Danny Dimes. He's pressured this time and just dumps it to the sideline. It's a quick 3rd down now here for the Giants. Jones goes empty. Scans, tries to roll to his left, and he also just dumps this one to the sideline, and that's a very quick first possession for Big Blue that goes nowhere. So good defense by the Commanders. Now their next play, Cousins trying to roll out and find Mo Alley-Cox, but blanket coverage there by Adoree Jackson. Next play, they go to the ground and Singletary, but he's trapped up from behind. Kayvon Thibodeau brings him down. The Giants have a very good run defense, so that'll be something that'll be hard to get going today. 3rd and 9, here's Mo Alley-Cox, who makes a first down grab. Nice pickup of about 13 on that play. And just like that, Washington into enemy territory. Is the next play off the mark. Had McLaurin wide open across the middle, but Cousins a little jittery here to begin this ball game. Next play, they try a toss out to Singletary, and he goes absolutely nowhere. Bottled up for a loss of 3 again. It was Bobby Okereke. And Washington faces a long 3rd and 13. Tries to fire it right side, but it's incomplete. It's looking for Johnny Wilson, and Washington will then punt it back. Next play, play fake for the Giants. This one is fired, and it was almost caught. I think he would have got the toes down, but the ball was rattled out by Emmanuel Forbes, who's played great this season. Next play, they finally hand it off to Saquon Barkley, who gets one. Barkley was good in the first matchup between these two teams before he got injured, so we'll have to see if they use him more. They try to get him going on the screen, but Daron Payne reads that to perfection. And both teams, 2 punts to begin the day. Defenses really controlling the pace, including this play. Backfield loss. Dexter Lawrence gets involved. He is the wrecking man in the middle for that New York run defense. 2nd and 10. Nice pass to Mo Alley-Cox, who just gets enough for the first down. His 2nd catch of the day. Cousins, this next play, dumps it off for Singletary out of the backfield, and Devin Singletary is going to race forward for a pickup of 19, trying to get the running backs involved. If the running game isn't working, why not use them in the pass? They go back to the ground here, 1st and 10. That's a 4-yard give for Antonio Gibson, who is injured on the play. He would overall be okay. Next play, Cousins drops back to throw, fires left side, and he has Eric Ali who gets out of bounds after a first down. And now Charles Leno is hurt on the play. He would not return to this game. So 2 losses there for Washington. As the next play, Cousins tries to roll out on a bootleg, dumps it for Ali, and that's going to be wrapped up maybe a gain of 1. Back under center here, 2nd and 9. Give to Singletary. And again, it's Dexter Lawrence in the backfield. They have not allowed Singletary to get going here in the run game. Now a 3rd and 10 for Washington. Cousins fires for the corner of the end zone, but it's incomplete. Was looking for McLaurin, but good defense by Adoree Jackson. But Washington does get on the board first with a field goal. It's 3-0. Next play for the Giants. This pass is incomplete. Daniel Jones just had to get rid of it. He had Daron Payne bearing down on him. Man in motion, they give it to Saquon Barkley, and he's stopped after a gain of 1. And it's another 3rd down here for the Giants. Jones trying to set up a screen. It's incomplete. 1 for 7 for a -5 after a quarter of play for the Giants passing game. That is not good. But it's been a defensive struggle to say the least. But begin the 2nd quarter, Washington is driving. And on 2nd and goal, they give it to Singletary, but he's unable to get in. Marked a yard shy. Do you trust the run game? They are. Hit, spin, and it's not going to go anywhere. A loss of 1. But just like last week, Washington's going to keep the offense on the field here, 4th and goal. This time they actually do run the play, and it's caught for a touchdown. Samuel barely gets into the end zone. A great second effort. They lined up like they were going to go for it last week against Dallas. Instead, they just took the false start. But this time they go for it, and it results in 6. So 10-0 now in favor of the Commanders. There's a 6-yard completion. That finally gets Daniel Jones in the positive. But the next play is in the dirt. So 3rd and 4 now for New York. Another pass play across the middle, and it's incomplete. Jeremiah Trotter rocks Isaiah Hodgins, and that's another punt. Daniel Jones, 1 passing yard. The pass defense has been excellent today. What's not been excellent is our run game. There's a 1-yard run for Singletary on our next drive. 2nd and 9, Cousins short for Samuel. He gets away from the defense and picks up a 1st down. Nice play there by Curtis Samuel, who's trying to show that he deserves to be on this team for another season. Next play, stuffed in the backfield. Dexter Lawrence breaks through a 4-yard loss. And it's 3rd and 14 for Washington. Cousins in the pocket, steps up, floats this one across the middle, and it should have been intercepted, but Giants defenders run into each other, and Washington will just punt the ball away again. So now the Giants offense back on the field, and here's a big play. Barkley finally picks up a 1st down for the Giants, only his 3rd carry of the day. Not sure why they don't lean into him and more. Next play at their own 30. Give again to Barkley. This time he runs into Trotter after a pickup of 2, but still, I would continue to lean on number 26. They'll go back to the air, though, on 2nd and 8. Jones tries to dump it off for Barkley. He does, to pick up a 4. And Daniel Jones is 3 for 11 today. 3rd and 4. Can they pick up another 1st down? Jones to throw across the middle. He's got his man. It's caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And there's another 1st down. It's the 2nd of the drive for the New York Giants. Still their own 45-yard line, though. Next play, going back to the air. Again, Hodgins, this time in the flat, picks up 7. Maybe Danny Dimes is starting to find a little bit of a rhythm here. 2nd and 3, they go quick pass outside, but just as I say that, he's off the mark with his tight end. Incomplete. 3rd and 3, it's a read option. Jones keeps it. I don't know why they wouldn't have just given it to Barkley there. He's wrapped up after only 1, and Giants will punt again. Questionable play call to say the least. 1st and 10, Cousins dumps this one out of bounds. He had a wide open Singletary out of the backfield, but couldn't see him because of the pressure. They try to toss it next play to Singletary, and again, this doesn't work. 13 carries, 2 yards for the standout halfback. Now 3rd and 13, Giants showing pressure. They back out of it. Cousins doesn't see it, though, and he's intercepted across the middle. Just tried to force that one to McLaurin, and guess who? Bobby Okereke there again. He picks off Cousins, and we'll go to the 2-minute warning. Giants in very good field position here. On 3rd and 4, Daniel Jones keeps the drive alive as he finds the rookie Ibuka with a nice 1st down, their 1st-round pick from this past draft. Now at the 23, Jones again trying to set up a screen. He throws off the back of Sweat. Screen game has not worked. The Commanders have been all over it. 2nd and 10, quick pass. That one is caught, but that's only going to give you 1. And it's now 3rd and 9. What will the Giants do? Jones will take the snap. He's looking, and he gets intercepted. Picked off by Yamin Davis, who just sat down, and the robber picked it off. And to make matters worse, Evan Neal is hurt on the play. So the Giants have great field position, but they do nothing with it. Commanders now get the football back. There's a shot up the seam to Terry McLaurin. It gets them out to the 39. They don't use their timeouts. 40 seconds left to go. Try to find McLaurin again across the middle, but again, Cousins is off the mark. He's been spotty so far to begin this day. 2nd and 10 now, trying to set up a screen of their own. This time they do connect with Gibson, who's going to patiently wait for some blockers, makes a move, and gets outside and out of bounds. Great play by Antonio Gibson, who is so deadly when you can just get him in the open space. Now 30 seconds left to go in the first half. Cousins rolls to his right, doesn't see any open. He keeps it himself and gets leveled out of bounds. Big hit by Ashawn Robinson, but key thing, he's able to get out of bounds. Stops the clock, 2nd and 6 now out of the backfield, finds Singletary, and he's hit out of bounds and picks up a first down. Commanders still have all 3 timeouts, but with only 20 seconds, I doubt they'll use them all. Cousins' next play floats this one left side. He has McLaurin, but he doesn't get the 2nd foot in bounds. No review, it's incomplete, so it makes it now 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw again, gets pressured, and he's going to get sacked. Swallowed up, and Commanders will finally use their first timeout. Now only 11 seconds left to go. It's 3rd and 20. They'll just give it off to Gibson, set themselves up for what is field goal range. 47-yard try for the rookie kicker Cameron Little, and right down the middle it goes, and the Commanders will take a 13-0 lead. Can the Commanders win this ballgame where the Giants offense finally wake up? We'll have to find out in the second half. Well, it's week 14 here in the NFL. We've taken a look at the playoff picture the past couple of weeks. One team that's been undefeated, though, the Dallas Cowboys, they're playing Indianapolis this week in Indy. And check this out. The Colts are winning 28-7. Richardson has thrown 3 first-half touchdowns, 2 of them to Michael Pittman Jr. Can the Colts end the undefeated run of the Dallas Cowboys? A little bit more north, the Vikings and the Lions in an NFC North battle, and it's 21-0 in favor of the Lions. The Vikings 6-6. They're a fringe playoff team, though, but the Lions looking to play spoiler. They don't seem to care. Finally, down the Bayou, the Saints playing host to the #1 seed in the AFC Chiefs, and it's 7-7. There wasn't a lot of good games on paper this week, but that doesn't stop some of these lower teams. They're taking the teams like Cowboys and the Chiefs to the limit. Back to our game, though. The Giants start off with the football. They're still looking for their first points of the day, as there's a 2-yard run by Saquon Barkley. Next play, they're going to give it to him again, but it's in the backfield. That time it's Deron Payne who sheds the blocker. Commanders have basically lived, specifically Jonathan Allen, in opposing backfields. And on 3rd and 10, Jones gets picked off, and there's nobody around for Emmanuel Forbes. A pick 6 for the second-year corner who's played sensational this season. That just adds to it. Commanders will go for 2 to try to make it a 21-point game, and they'll get it on the ground. So it's 21-0 now in favor of the road team. The Giants offense will go right back on the field. Is on 1st and 10. There's a shot for Darren Waller. He picks up 8. Now 2nd and 2. Handoff for Barkley, and he gets the first down. Wow, what do you know? Look what happens when you give it to number 26. Only his 9th carry of the day. 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. It's a awkward-looking run, but Saquon breaks a tackle, and he's able to make something of it. Just unfortunately, it might not count. There's a penalty on the play, and it will indeed be coming back. Holding on the offense. They're going to get right tackle Evan Neal, who has returned to the game. 2nd and 13 now. Saquon, nice cut to the right side away from defenders, but he's hurt on the play, and he would not return to this ball game. It looked like a left foot as he got helped back up. That's not good. And on 3rd and 5, this isn't either. Montez Sweat treks down Daniel Jones, and the Giants will again punt the football. Nothing has changed. So our Commanders offense will now take the field for the first time in the second half, and they'll begin with an 8-yard run to Antonio Gibson. We'll go to Singletary on the next play, and he's going to pick up... No, he's not going to pick up the first down. I thought for sure he got it. Washington will not challenge the spot. They tried that last week, and it didn't work. But on 3rd and inches, they trust their superstar back in Gibson, and he picks it up with ease. So in the end, it doesn't matter. First down run now to Singletary right side, who gets some great blocks by Jahan Dotson. 2 great ones to spring him free. Dotson missed the past couple of games with a foot fracture, and we're glad to have him back. Now at the 41 of the enemy team, it's a handoff to Singletary, who gets maybe 1 at the most. 2nd and 10. Cousins in the gun. Takes a snap. Fires short. Has Dotson, who races away from the defense. The Singletary just laid somebody out. John Dotson now able to pick up the first down. Now at the 27 in New York, a cutback for Gibson. He finds the hole, picks up 6, and Washington's offense starting to march down the field here. 2nd and 4. How about we go play fake now? Cousins scanning the field, but instead he's going to be tracked down from behind. The former Panther Yetur Gross-Matos with the sack. And now Washington almost out of field goal range. 3rd and 17. Now they're definitely out of field goal range. Dexter Lawrence again, this time with a sack. And that Washington drive ends in nothing. Unfortunately for the Commanders' offense is that their defense has played great. Now Will Shipley has to carry the load, who is actually white this time, not changed his style, and he's now actually looks like Will Shipley. He picks up 8 on 2nd down, but it's inches shy. So on 3rd and short, Shipley will check out. Instead, Jones will go to the air, pressured by Payne, and this one's incomplete. Again, Washington forces the stop. And we'll go to the 4th quarter, 21-0. Can the defense really pitch a shutout? Commanders begin this quarter in enemy territories. They'll give it to Gibson, who powers forward for an easy first down. Starting to get rolling is him. He's had a much better day than Singletary, who checks back in and goes backwards. A loss of 3. 19 carries, 31 yards for number 27. Definitely his worst day in a Washington uniform. 3rd and 9, it's an RPO. It's a read option, throws out to Dotson, but looks like there was too many linemen downfield. They're going to target Sam Cosmi here, but he probably could have got 2 or 3 offensive linemen. So that ends in a field goal, though. It's 24-0. Still a 3-score game, but the Giants' offense has to start doing something. They try to give it to Shipley on the ground after a false start. He picks up 5. Now it's 3rd and 4. Jones again being forced to throw. And he is going to be sacked immediately. Robinson leaped over the left tackle, Andrew Thomas, a top 3 left tackle in the league, and brings him down. What a great play. 4th and 15. Jones, they're going to go for it. He tries to get something off, but instead he's brought down. They're going to say it was a run, but I'm going to say it's a turnover on downs. We're going to go to the 2-minute warning, where the Giants still have 0 points, and this could be their last chance to get something going here. 4th and 18, throw downfield is incomplete, which means the Commanders will get the football back, and they will run out the clock. Washington wins 24-0. They shut out the New York Giants offense in a statement win. This was a massive win for the Commanders. The defense has played incredible since the bye week, and it really culminates in this game. Cousins did have an interception, but overall the offense played well. I thought they did pretty good considering the run game was non-existent. The passing game was able to step up, and they got something going. And then, of course, the defense, man. The defense had more points than the Giants' offense. The pick 6 from Forbes got them a touchdown, while the Giants, they were helpless on offense. A great game for the Commanders, who are now 6-7. Unfortunately, Charles Leno did pull his groin, so he will miss 3 games. We will not sign a left tackle, so that means undrafted rookie out of Georgia, Derek Kramer, is going to get the start at left tackle. He's not as good as Leno, but he's actually a pretty decent pass blocker, so I feel pretty confident in him protecting the blind side. Here are your scores in week number 14, and you can see it right there. The Cowboys lose on the road to the Colts 28-21, so Dallas is undefeated no more. Richardson's 3 first-half touchdowns was enough to get it done, and the rookie Travion Henderson was able to add one on the ground. And Indianapolis gets a big win. They move to 6-8, and the Cowboys have 1 loss on the season. On Sunday Night Football, the Eagles, who we'll face next, they beat the Falcons. They're now playing pretty good football. That's 6 straight for Philly before we see them next week. They're now 9-4. They're basically guaranteed a wild card spot, and they would be leading a lot of divisions if they weren't in the same division as the Dallas Cowboys. So big win for the Eagles. And then on Monday Night Football, the Bengals get back in the win column. A much-needed win on the road against the Raiders, 24-14. Burrow played pretty good. He's starting to find his groove since coming back from his injury, and they're trying to stay alive in that AFC race. Here are players of the week. Richardson gets it for leading his team to victory. Al-Shaair had 2 interceptions for the Titans. Delpit also had 2 INTs for the Eagles in that win over the Falcons. And Derek Carr had 3 passing touchdowns against the Chiefs. Next episode, we'll face the Eagles, but here's the playoff picture. And one thing you'll notice, the Vikings are the 7th seed in the NFC North, and they have a record of 6-7. They lost this week. We're also 6-7, so that means we are very much in the race for a playoff spot. So we still have a lot to play for in these final 4 games. Unfortunately, it's not going to be easy. We face the Eagles next week, and we'll face the Eagles for 2 out of those 4 matchups, and well, they've won 6 straight. They look like a very dominant football team. And I think, yes, the Cowboys were undefeated when we played them, but I think Philly could arguably give us a tougher matchup. Hurts is going to be hard to stop. They have a very good passing game as well, and the run game is not too bad also. So is rather work cut out for us next week against Philly. But we're just going to cherish this win. A shutout for the defense. How about that? But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.